give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
G'day everyone, welcome back. Well, it's been a while since episodes, but here we go with our round 1 and 2 wrap up, the Supercoach Doctor. So welcome back, thanks for watching, and key time of the year, Chris T, as we get on to the end of round 2. Prices will change next week, and a fair bit of talk out there at the moment about who you're going to keep early on and any adjustments to your team. So we'll get right into it. Big episode coming up tonight.
Yes, we have. We've got a few good segments. We're going to talk a lot about trading because that's what Supercoach is all about.
Yep.
And people are getting right into that at the moment.
Yep.
We've also got another Supercoach Doctor lookalike. So the lookalikes are back, so stay tuned for the lookalike.
Yep.
And also Supercoach Doctor Celebrity Watch.
Fantastic.
It's back as well.
Well,
so
we're looking forward to sticking around the episode and hearing all about that.
So that's some exciting stuff. And also, of course,
the Supercoach Super Tip.
Supercoach Super Tip.
Yep.
You can always rely on that one.
Yep.
Their beauty. But let's get straight into the nuts and bolts of
Let's get into
Supercoach trading.
So let's talk about trading. Well, end of round 2. So what happens now, for those of you playing for your first season, prices will change after round 3.
Yes.
So you pretty much want to do a couple of changes maybe to your team. Hold your trades if you can. If you're happy with the team, just leave it. But if you need to jump off anyone and get into that mode of getting those rookies right, then now would be the time.
That's right, exactly. This is the time to do it, because if you don't do it this week, the rookies that are doing well, they're going to cost you a heap more next week. So now's the time to do it. So if you've got, say a rookie or another player that's just not playing or having a shocker, now's the time to get rid of them, burn a couple of trades, because it's worth it.
Yep.
We've actually gone through a little bit of a list, and just some rookies that you probably might want to slip into your team before their prices go up.
So the idea here is jump on them if they've got low break-even points or even in the negative now, if you want to, but get into the right frame of mind to get into that right part of your team to basically nail the big dollars when they come around, so you can upgrade your players towards the end of the year.
Exactly. We normally say don't sideways trade, but these trades are just to fix your team up, and that's okay to do that. And these guys, they're going to make you some money in the back line. If you've got someone you need to get rid of, Cameron Guthrie and Tom Bugg, a couple of players that you could have in.
Yep.
In the midfield, James Magna. If you haven't got him in this side, get him in your team. Do whatever you need to, get him in there. 94 grand. He's the must-have player of Supercoach. You have to have him in. Adam Kennedy is another one you should have a look at for your midfield as well.
Yep.
Now, in the rucks, we've been banging on about these guys all pre-season. Jonathan Giles and Jack Redden.
So no-brainers there.
Have them in your
Everyone
side.
should have them anyway, I'd say.
Exactly. And with the forwards, little Terry Malira from St Kilda and Jeremy Cameron from GWS. They're a few guys that are going to make you a bit of money.
Yep.
If you've just missed out on someone in your team.
Yeah, good call.
Straight off.
Absolutely. All right. We're back.
It is time now for the much-awaited segment. The Supercoach Doctor lookalike is back.
Now with the lookalikes, I've got a bit of growth. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there, but I've gone the Carl Pilkington look tonight. I thought that it'd come in, and you found a different lookalike.
Another one.
I don't believe it.
This has actually been sent in by someone I know, Penny.
All right,
I saw her yesterday. She's going, Chris looks like this guy.
Okay.
And
so was it Brad Pitt or
no? Sorry, mate, we haven't.
Okay.
No, not yet.
You haven't got him yet. No.
Now the Supercoach Doctor lookalike, Chris Judd. What do you reckon? Now we're going to get a shot up on the screen. Okay, there it is. Look at it. Juddy, the Brownlow medalist.
Righto.
So anyway,
Juddy. No, pretty happy with that.
Well, he can play.
Yeah.
He's doing all right for himself.
He's doing very well for himself. He is.
And he's doing okay. So
he is. It might be a little bit too generous there, but no, thank you very much, Juddy.
So if anyone's on our Facebook page and you've got a lookalike of the great man here, or even maybe I haven't had one yet. I haven't had one yet, so I'm more than happy to cop one.
All right.
So if you've got one, get on Facebook and let us know. We'll give you a credit like I've just done there.
Very
good. Young Penny for giving me that one.
Good on you, Penny. Thanks very much.
He loves it, doesn't he?
All right.
Okay, we're back in town.
All right.
Some serious stuff.
Here's some serious stuff now. Thanks for the lookalike, but very flattered. All right. Trading. Now, very important this week that you get your trades right. If you need to make some, you don't lose money and you do the right thing without burning unnecessary trades. So sideways trading, Chris, tell us a bit about that.
Sideways trades, I hate them. Don't do them. That is the general rule of Supercoach. I don't like them. There are, of course, exceptions to the rule.
Yep.
Like if a player gets a long-term injury, you've got to get rid of them.
Yep.
A severe form slump has to be a severe
Yep. So if I've got Sard in my team and I want to get in Malera, sideways technically, but not a bad trade.
No, that's not too bad
idea.
because Sard's obviously not playing.
Yep, that's right.
It's no big deal.
Yep.
Another sideways trade people have been talking about this week was, say, Brian Lake to Courtney Dempsey.
Yep.
Which is players jumping off someone from one bad game. That is ridiculous. Now, a lot of people were banging on about Brian Lake last week, and rightly so. He had a shocker, 30-odd points, terrible. And on Facebook, people were saying, should I get rid of Lake? Should I get rid of Lake?
Yep.
We were saying no.
That's right.
Because you don't just get rid of someone on one bad game. And what has he done? He's come out and scored like 110 odd this week.
Right.
That is exactly why you don't do it.
And Dempsey's still going well, but same sort of scores now.
Yeah, but
so
you've
they're back
wasted
on
the
track.
trade
That's
if you
right.
did it. So
That's right.
Don't just get rid of players based on one bad game. And also, on the other hand, don't bring in players just because of one good game.
That's right.
You've got to look for
And
some
speaking of one
consistency.
good game, the teams that are playing GWS or have played GWS in the first two rounds, or the Gold Coast, probably have quite inflated scores at the moment. Great to jump on if you want that quick cash, but otherwise I'd just let them all settle down a bit at the moment,
Exactly.
I think, as well.
And once you let things settle down a bit, you can see a pattern of form, a pattern of scores, and a bit of consistency. And then you've got a little bit more evidence to base your decision on, and you're not wasting your trades.
Exactly.
Your
right.
trades are like gold. Do not waste them, especially with sideways trades. Don't come on Facebook and tell me you've done a sideways trade because I'll crack the sags.
All right, I'm going to throw some names at you now.
Okay,
and you can just give me your first first thought in your brain.
All right.
Greg Broughton.
He's been a bit more of a tagger this
Yeah.
year. So the first week he tagged Steve Johnson.
Yep.
So he didn't get a huge score, but he bounced back this week with a score in the 70s. So he is playing in the midfield. Stick with him.
So stick with him. He will lose a bit of money if he doesn't have a massive game round 3, but stick with him.
Yep.
Okay.
He's in the
worth
midfield, so
money.
he's okay.
All right. Rockcliffe.
Tom Rockcliffe, a little bit inconsistent. Had an
Yeah.
absolute belter of the first round.
Yep.
Not so good. I think he was 70-odd points round 2, which
Yeah.
is not too bad. His
Yeah.
average, therefore, is still pretty good.
You'd hang on to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
hang on to him,
Yeah.
but that happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Who else have we got? What about Jared Ruffhead coming back? What are your thoughts there?
Look, we basically, I would assume people didn't expect him to come back this early.
Yeah.
So to get him in your side, you're going to have to burn a trade,
Yeah.
which probably may not be a bad thing if you're looking for someone to upgrade to maybe in
Or
4 or 5
you might
weeks'
just
time.
see how he goes with his injury for another week or two.
Exactly, because he's probably, well, they didn't really ease him back today.
Yeah.
But his scores might be a bit lower, so he might just lose a bit of value, which might make him a nice little upgrade target in the future.
All right. How about this one? Tom Hawkins.
Oh, Tom. We're going
Do we leave you alone for a minute?
Well, you might have to, because I've just got back from the Geelong Hawthorn game.
Yeah, I've just been to the game.
My love for Big T-Bone.
What do you get?
Hawkins
150,
is
150 odd Supercoach
158
points.
points. And I'll tell you what, I did have a bit of a question mark over him for Supercoach, just with Key Ford, the consistency, but gee, if he's going to pull out big ones like that, and he's looking good.
I'd be looking at
Keep an eye on him.
That's
he might
right.
be someone to upgrade to.
That's right. And
Well played, Tom.
what about Josh Kennedy from the Swans? What a great couple of rounds he's had.
He has. Now, obviously, there's that GWS thing
That's
in
right.
the first round.
Yep.
But, geez, who did he play again? Freo.
They just played Freo.
Who are a good side, and he's done again. Look, the good thing with Kenny is he wins his own footy.
Yep.
So if you can get him in his side somewhere,
Geez,
down the track, do it.
520 grand. I'd say he'll probably go up into the 600s this year, but based on the first two rounds. But
get him in, do it.
Yeah, you never know. Good stuff.
All right.
All right. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Don't go nuts with your trades, but get your team right in the first couple of rounds, and then maybe give it a bit of a rest for a while, because you will need some trades toward the end of the year.
And that's right. If you've got a drama with your trades, jump on Facebook and pop up what you're thinking of doing, and
let us know.
We'll tell you whether we reckon it's all right or not. And don't be like some people and be abusive towards us, because we'll ban you.
and the other thing is, don't just look at the rankings of the top 10 teams at the moment. There's some really good teams out there, and some guys that have really done their homework. They're churning out 2,400s or 2,300s in the first couple of weeks, but it's all about how much cash you're going to make at the moment. So just keep those the rookies in there. Make sure they're the right rookies, the cheapies. They'll make you the cash, and you can generally go along in your league and peak at the right time of the year.
And also just keep on our Facebook page too, because every week I put up a little blog on each line, your backs, your forwards, your mids, etc.
Yep.
On who you should be buying, who
That'd
should
be
be
good.
selling, who's doing well, who's doing not so well. So keep an eye on Facebook for that, and that's going to help you out with some good info.
Very good. Okay, in the home stretch now. Thanks for watching our round 1 and 2 wrap-up episode. Okay, Celebrity Watch.
It's back.
Well, it's back. Last time we had Tom Hawkins, and for those of you who saw that episode, well done. You've given him some tips and hints along the way.
I've been doing a lot of work with him over the last few years. It's just starting to bear some fruit now.
Okay, good. So what did you tell him last time?
Look, a lot of it was just with his contested marking and body positioning.
Yeah.
And I think if you watch today's game, you can see how well...
So he's listened to you there, and he's taken that into the game at Hawthorn. So he would have ignored all the other coaches and said, I'm going to listen to Chris T, and 158 points.
Just
whatever it was.
Have a little chat with him on the phone last night.
Okay.
With a few words of encouragement. Because
Right.
I knew he'd be playing on Showmakers.
Yep.
You know what I told him? I said, Showmakers is shit. You're going to smash him.
Okay.
So,
all right, and he did. Yes. So, yeah, I don't think that happened. Okay, and you've spotted another celebrity, have you?
I have.
You have? Okay,
I have.
good. And,
I've been at it again.
And who was that?
Well, I like to take my sporting knowledge outside the football sphere sometimes. You know I love my surfing.
Yep.
I managed to get down to Bells Beach this week. And I ran into Mick Fanning.
Mick Fanning.
Jeez. So I got the evidence.
Yeah.
As per usual, bring it up.
Usual. There it is. There's
there we
the
go.
photo.
Have a look at that. There's myself and Mick.
Fantastic.
Down at Bells in the car park there.
Yep. Well done.
Well,
Well
look, I took a phone call from him and he said, would you like to come down to Bells and give me a few inside tips on a few of the nuances of the break, which I've done. He knows it pretty well himself.
I think he would.
But I'm there a lot more than he is.
So you've given him some tips. You've given him some tips, and how did he go?
He won.
He won.
He won.
I don't believe this. So it's 2 out of 2.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you're doing all right.
Yeah.
All right, time for that Supercoach super tip now, and as we move on to the end of the episode, so kick it off, mate.
All right, my Supercoach tip this week, and I guess I've alluded to it already. The Supercoach super tip of the week. The Supercoach Doctor super. The Supercoach Doctor super tip for me this week is: do not sideways trade. Don't do it unless it's a long-term injury or a severe form slump. Don't sideways trade.
So be careful. It's only 24 trades, so hang on. All right.
But you've got one apparently.
I have now. I've got one, and it's a ripper. Here's my Supercoach Doctor super tip. Look out for Michael Barlow this year. I hope I don't eat my words on this. Don't trade him in yet, but geez, he's going to be good. He has come on as the sub in 2 games.
And I think he had 18 touches in about a quarter and a bit.
Yep, against Geelong.
No, sorry, against
and
Sydney
against the
this
Swans.
week.
And he also had a ripper. He got 67 points against Geelong as well after coming on halfway through the third quarter. So
he might have a little bit of a price drop because of that.
Yeah.
But don't worry, that's great if you want to get him in.
But geez, you might actually pick him up pretty quick, this guy. It sounds like with his injury last year and all that sort of stuff, Ross Lyon's just easing him into the year. And he'll probably, from round 6 or whatever, he might play every game for the rest of the year. And if he does, I think his price will skyrocket if he keeps up that form.
Churn out the tons.
Absolutely. If you just looked at his scores now, they're not that high, but it's only because he's been playing half a game. So keep an eye on him. You might want to get him in yet, but he'll be a good pickup if you want to get him in cheap for your midfield.
Yep, that's it. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks. We'll go round 3 and 4 review.
Yep.
Good luck with your Supercoach teams, and remember, get on the Facebook page. That's where you can get all your help. The link is under the YouTube video. So click on that and get involved.
Very good.